You want a clear vision board because you're really ambitious, but that's actually your biggest problem. You have all of these dreams to get fit, start a side business, read more books, start meditating, travel overseas, deepen your relationships, and you want to do all of that right now. You have way too many huge goals that are just screwing with your head. And even if you know that you can achieve all of these things in time, you're not a robot. Not all of these things are going to get done right now, all at once. Your ambitions need to be organized and prioritized. And if you take the advice that's currently given to you in the wacky niche of making a vision board, you're going to cut out some pictures, put them on a wall, and stare at them and eventually, I don't know, manifest them into reality. Really, that's just going to get these people rich. And meanwhile, this is what's going to happen to your goals.
What did you do? What did you do? Where'd he go?
Steve?
No. No.
But we can fix it with the Infinity Stones. No, seriously. There are 8 core areas of life I've categorized for you to understand and organize all your different life goals, which will create this, the ultimate vision board. There are 3 steps to designing your ultimate vision to help you organize, clarify, and prioritize all your goals that I've turned into the vision mini-games. A guided and gamified process to help you design your own ultimate vision. Step 1 is to organize your goals into these 8 core life areas. Step 2 is to rank these goals in a tier list to clarify which are the most meaningful to you. And step 3 is to prioritize which life areas mean the most to you based on the tier list that we previously made, giving you ultimate clarity on your goals so you can start instead of constantly stalling. All of this is for free because it's just one part of the larger system that I've created called Life Game Design. If you want to get started designing your ultimate vision, download it in the link below for free, but stick around with me because I'm going to show you how it works. Welcome designers, this is what you're going to see when you download the Vision games. And what we're going to do with this tour is that we're just going to briefly skim over everything that's in the Vision games. So there are 4 different games. This is number 1, and these are number 2, 3, and 4. Basically, I've locked them so you unlock them in a sequence. But let's go over our homepage. This is where we're going to see all of our visions at the end. So when you're in your homepage, you can always come back and see what you've built, your vision board that you've built. And just to get a sneak peek into what it's going to look like in the end, let me show you with the power of magic editing. So this is what it's going to look like when it's finished. You're going to have all your different areas of life like here. And you're going to have all of your visions splayed across these different areas of life, all organized, and you can see them in different ways like this. You can separate them out with the gallery. You can see your tier list, so the most important goals to you, and all the way down. And in the end, what we want to do is reach this ultimate goal. So we have all of these things in all of these different areas of life. Sure, it's nice to see all of our goals and see so many of them, but the most important thing in the ultimate vision is to pick out the most important goals for us in each different area of life, and that's what we're going to build together. So let me revert it back to normal. Boom, and sadly now we're empty again, but we're going to solve that because as you play this, you're going to fill this chart up, which is going to be really cool. Down here, we can go into learning about the minigame cycle itself. And this is what the minigame cycle are. It's the most actionable way to use life game design to build a fulfilling life for yourself and improve it. So it goes vision, design, focus, reflect. In vision, we create a future vision of success. In design, we organize and optimize our current life. In focus, we find and focus what is important to us. And in reflect, we gain insights by reflecting on our achievements. So this is a progressive cycle that we continuously go through. What we're here to do today is focus on just the vision. So if I scroll back up and go to the vision to get started, like it says, we can see that we have the first game unlocked, OctaCore Vision 1. And there are 3 more games that we play in sequence, because I've designed this like a game where you have to unlock the next part to progress. If I go into here and I click this to play OctaCore Vision 1, we can see a menu bar like this. Now this is going to show us all the steps it's going to take to get this done. Over here you have video guides which are detailed. I'll link a playlist to all of these together, so if you just want to watch me slowly play through all of the mini games, you can see me do that, but we're just skimming through at the moment. You've also got some music, because I know that doing this you need to listen to something cool, so you can hit this and it will open a link in YouTube to play some music, and the music is gaming themed because obviously this is LGD. So the first step is to learn about vision boards, and so we're going to play this OctaCore Vision. And what we're going to do is create visions for 4 key areas of life, and we're going to do 4 more in the next one. So first off, we're doing strength, which is physical health, persistence, which is environment design, experience, which is friends and leisure, and creativity. So if we open this, the vision board mini guide, it will teach us the summary of what a vision board is. And basically it's an inspirational board of everything we want to achieve in life. It clarifies our goals, boosts our daily motivation, and helps us learn what actually matters to us. So if we go in depth to learn more, we see that traditional vision boards are like this. They're just pictures on a wall, and they're effective for inspiration, but they lack a clear path to action, which is something we crucially need, because we know our goals and just seeing them won't change anything until we create a path to get them done. So if we think about our life game design vision board, it should be an actionable system, not a daydream. And that's why our vision board is made from projects. So this is the status of projects. This may look a bit complicated, but basically we're taking it from this status, bucketed, it's like a bucket list, and we're turning it into something that we either action or focus on, and then we eventually achieve. And it will actually show as an achievement in our achievements board within the larger system of life game design. So basically what we're doing is we're thinking of our 2 to 10 year plus goals, and then we're going to take all of those goals and use that to figure out what we're going to work on for this season of our life. So I'm going to skip the rest. We're going to start building our vision, and I'll show you what it looks like when we do this step by step. So over here, you'll see that the menu has expanded a bit, and you've got those life areas in these categories, and we're going to progress through all of them. And I've given you really clear step-by-step instructions, so you don't have to be a Notion expert to be able to do this. You just follow these steps like I've done here, and you can see your progress throughout the whole game with this bar. So first thing we want to do is open the strength mini guide, because we're doing this by areas of life and we need to know about these areas of life. So the first one is strength, and this whole system is called OctaCore. They are the 8 core areas of improvement in life, and we don't need to learn about everything now because we're going to learn through play, basically. But strength is like a placeholder name for everything to do with your physical health. So it's not just how like strong you are, it's also your like cardio. Basically, it's centered around like goals and achievements. So it could be something like improving your sleep, diet, or physique. It could be setting goals for like sports or physical hobbies, or increasing your actual strength by hitting a personal best in weightlifting, or doing some running stuff, maybe a marathon you're training up for, things like that. So once we realize what strength is, we can show the example strength goals using this button. And this will show us these over here. These are going to be our kind of placeholders for examples that we can use to craft our own vision. Now, you might not like these, which is why I have a button here so you can hide them if you really hate it when there's examples that you're forced to use. So you don't have to, but I think if you have no clue, then it's all good. You can do your own. So I think if you have a think about all of your goals that you want to get done, you're going to have them snap at you instantly if this is something that you're keen on in terms of an area of life. If you're not, then you've got extra prompts up in here. So think about, what physical skills do you want to learn? What body or physique goals inspire you? Maybe you want to lose fat, gain muscle, or better your endurance. Or what is like a nutritional health goal? And so these cards over here will help you think about those, but also you've got these little prompt buttons here that will automatically create a project for you to help you get started with them. So they will all appear here whenever you make new ones. And in the actual tutorials of the thing, I'll show you how to make your own covers for them. So if I actually wanted to learn karate, I could do something like this and make really cool covers for them. But yeah, basically what you're going to do is you're going to put in all of your own visions for this step by step. And what you're going to do is basically you only need like a few visions. So you're not supposed to have 3 for each. There's no like magic number. It's just whatever comes to you naturally. So let that happen, use the prompts, and trust me, trust your gut. You will know what to do for each of these sections. But in the very small case that you're not sure about a particular life area, like we'll see in the future, you can click here if you're stuck and it will skip this section for you. All right. And what that does, it will just take you to the next section. And if I just go backtrack, it'll show this. It'll just say, think of one strength vision. And that is your goal, basically, just to think of one thing that you could do within this area of life that could improve it. So now that you know how this works, let's go and skip ahead to all of the different sections that you can do. All right, so when you're done, what you want to do is click here, like it says, click the gold button. If I ever forget that I'm supposed to do that, I've got these very clear instructions right here. So again, you want to open the strength guide here. You want to show the example strength goals here. You want to see the vision prompts if you need them for help. Then you want to create one of your own future strength goals. You can even edit these things. And then like it says here, once you're done, click the button at the bottom of the page to progress. So we click that button, we're ready to move on. And now we're clear on our strength vision. So let's work on our persistence vision. So persistence is material things. It's like buying things and building routines to make life easier. So persistence is the design and maintenance of both our routines and environments. And honestly, I'm going to let you guys learn about all these different life areas in your own time as you use these vision mini games. But what I want you to see is just how it ends up happening. So all of these pages throughout, I'm just going to skip real quick. All of these pages have the exact same layout, just with different color schemes, because we're doing the exact same thing for each of these different areas of life. I didn't want to make things complicated. I wanted to make them nice and streamlined. So this is experience. This is about just things we do for fun and for leisure. So some examples for experience are like skydiving, traveling to Japan, or even watching like some of your favorite movies. Some other prompts that you could do is like you want to holiday to something, or you want to try like a different adventure activity. So those are the kind of things that you would want to do in the experience section. And then our final section for this first mini game is creativity. So if I just come here and I click that, boom, we're in creativity. And creativity is very straightforward. If I show the example creativity goals, then it's things like learning video editing or photo editing, learning to cook a new recipe, or learning something like guitar, or even art. So there's a lot of stuff to do within here, but if you don't consider yourself a creative person, maybe a bit hard, you might want to skip this one. But if you are, so many things will come to your mind, and that's great. I want you to put them all in here. And then once we're done, this is the really cool part. If we click here, then we go to the end, we can see this final page, which will show us our final vision board, and we can see it in all of its glory. So this is half done, as you can see. And the other half is going to be these 4. This is just a placeholder over here. The other half is going to be these 4. So what we want to see really is this gallery that separates out all of these individually. And we'll be able to add some more on the go as well with these templates. So if I forgot something while I was doing the thing before, I can think, oh, I want to do white water rafting as like an adventure activity or something, an experience. And that will be added to this over here. So I'm just going to delete that real quick just because it's an example. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the first set of games. And that's just the first 4 areas of life. Now we're going to skip over real quick and cover the next 4. But before that, the first thing that you're going to want to do here once you get to this page is just customize all of your own covers, because this is really cool once you start seeing these. But also, the way I've designed it as a game, obviously, every time you have a game, you have achievements. And so when you're done, you want to click here and it will add playing this game as its own achievement. So you can open the achievement pop-up and you can see that you've completed OctaCore Vision 1, which is really awesome. and there's a whole bunch of achievements to earn within this whole cycle. So if you scroll down, you can see this is the unlock cycle. We've completed OctaCore Vision 1. We want to go on to OctaCore Vision 2 and eventually the others. And it will prompt you, what game should I play next? Because I want you to be very clear on all the steps that you need to take to craft this ultimate vision of yours. Moving on, what we want to do is unlock the next section, which is OctaCore Vision 2. We've just unlocked the next vision minigame, and what we can do is click this button to go straight there, and it will take you there. So if you want to speed run creating your ultimate vision, you can totally do that. All right, so let's see the next few areas of life that we're going to cover. So if I click learn, we're going to go into seeing what they are. So it's contribution, which is career and work. Intelligence, which is learning, finance, and planning. Attachment, which is your closest relationships like family, close friends, and romance. And finally, life force, which is mental health and spirituality. I designed OctaCore to cover absolutely everything that you could ever think of in terms of goals and neatly organize them into life buckets. So what we're going to do is jump straight in. So if I go and head to visions, we're going to see our contribution section. I'll show you the example goals. So that would be something like earning a certain amount per year, something like 100k plus per year. Another example would be getting your dream job in a certain career. So like getting a job in tech for me would be awesome, or a dream specific job like developing an app for me would be amazing. And I'm sure for you, you might not know these things yet, especially if you're younger. So again, click here if you're stuck to skip this. But if you know, you're going to have, again, all of these things come at you. And again, if you're stuck, use the prompts. But let's speed on. I'll go to the next section, which is intelligence. So we're ready to move on. Let's go. And now our intelligence goals, if we look at the examples, we'll know exactly what kind of intelligence means. So it's everything like it says here, your education, learning, and finances. So things like graduating university, saving $10,000, learning about psychology, all these things. I'm sorry if you feel like I'm going too fast, but really we're just skimming over these things. This is not how it's actually played. Again, when I do it in these video guides over here, I go through it nice and slow with you so you can understand and really digest the deeper meaning behind these life areas and what kind of goals you want to assign to them. But for the sake of this tour, let's power through. So yeah, you can do your savings goals, your learning goals, and all of the stuff like that. Just dump them in here so you have those all out of your head. And then we want to go into a really cool one, which is attachment. So if I click this button to progress here, we can go straight there. And attachment, if we show the example goals, we can see that something like getting into a deeper relationship would be amazing. If you already have a relationship, then it means like doing something around that, goals that you have within your relationship. Or if you don't currently have one, the goal could be seeking one out and seeking one that's really meaningful to you. Another one, since this is attachment, this is our closest relationship. So it encompasses everything. So it's everything to do with your family, your closest and best friends, and even romance. So it's all in one. It's not separating these out because it's not really necessary to. So anyways, another example would be traveling somewhere or doing something with your best friends, you know, memories that you'll remember for a whole lifetime. And something very similar would be the same thing with your family. You could list all the goals that you have to do with your family over here. Cool. And going into the last section, which is life force. If I go and move on. Now, life force, if we show the example goals, it's everything to do with both mental health and spirituality. So again, if you're younger, this is going to be a little bit harder for you, but if you've had a decent amount of life experience, you'll know exactly how important these things are. So an example for you could be connecting with spirituality or religion, confronting fears, like a mental limitation, like confronting a fear of heights, or just completing a challenge. Anything challenging to you is going to be a mental goal. So doing something as simple as completing 30 days of meditation, or even more, maybe something as popular as the 75 hard goal is something that a lot of people strive towards. So yeah, all of your like mental health goals or like challenge goals that you want to do that are really like psychological barriers, these are the things that you want to put in life force. And now that we've gone through all of those sections, this is really cool. Now we're going to see the amalgamation of all of them, and now we have a complete vision board like this, and it shows us all of the different areas of life and all of the goals in these different areas of life. And again, you can see it in either a board like this or a gallery. So you can see them in sections and strips like this. And so again, we're going to complete this game because it's all done. We can see our achievement pop up. OctaCore Vision 2 is achieved. And we can see we're getting further in the unlock cycle. Now for the last two, we're going to skip ahead and skip through them super quickly because I really want you to enjoy the process of doing it yourself. So the tier list vision is next, and it will open up the prompt here. All you have to do is press this to unlock it, and you can click to go straight there, and we are, because we are speed running. And what we're going to do here is clarify how to create a tier list of our most important goals. So if I click here on learn, I'm going to learn what the tier list is in the first place. So we're going to take our visions and rank them. They're going to go from diamond, gold, silver, and everything starts at bronze. So if I open the tier list mini guide, I can get a little bit more insight. So basically, diamond are the most memorable achievements of your life or year. Gold are the amazing highlights. Silver are things that are meaningful. And bronze is everything that is base level. So we're going to take our visions and assign them all these different categories. And what we want to do is end up with a key amount of visions that end up in diamond. And that is going to tell us what is really calling to us, what we really want to put our time and energy towards. Because we have 8 different categories of life, so many goals within them. We want to shrink that down into something that is more manageable and something that is going to give us a clear direction. Okay, let's get into it. So I'm gonna skip this and go into the ranking. So I already have an example prepared here, but I'm gonna show you what it looks like when you do this yourself. So let me reset it really quickly. All right, so when you come here, you're going to see that the diamond, gold, and silver categories are empty because, like I said, everything starts at bronze. And what you're going to do is go through your visions and think what really calls out to me and assign them different tiers. And the way that you do that, if I use one of these examples, if something that really calls to me, I really want to lose 5 kg, I want to assign this to diamond. I click that and it will appear here in diamond. And now we have a hierarchy of our goals. So this is all organized linearly within the frame of OctaCore. And so if I just look at these, I think like, what is another thing that will make a huge difference to my life? I think something like skydiving would. So I'm going to put that in diamond. When I think of buying my dream car, I'm not really, when I look at it compared to all these different things, buying my dream car is cool, but not something that I'm crazy about. So I can assign it to something like silver and understand that would I want to spend like $20,000 on a dream car or spend, let's say, a lot less on something like skydiving, which is even more fulfilling to me. So this is really going to help you prioritize how you spend your time and energy, because you might think these goals are equal if you don't have a tier list system ranking, but if you do, then you'll know how to assign those things. And again, something like going to Japan for a holiday, that would be diamond for me. I mean, I've gone before, it was amazing, and it definitely was a diamond achievement for me. So again, if I equate these, let's say my dream car, it wouldn't be the actual price, but like if my dream car was $10,000 and this is only a silver thing, but going to Japan is also $10,000, but it's a diamond thing, I would know where to immediately spend my time and energy, and obviously my money. So let me look through a bunch of these other things. Getting a job in tech is a big dream for me. So that is a diamond achievement too. Learning more about psychology here, I would say that's something like a gold because I love psychology. I'd love to list some books. That's actually something I would do in my own vision board for this and that I have done. And also deepening my relationship with my girlfriend. That is huge for me. So I would put that. And I think just from those examples, you kind of get the gist of it. So what you want to do is take your time and go through these achievements and assign them their own thing. So what you're going to do is you're going to detach yourself from the goals that you think was going to make you really happy and fulfilled and realize what's actually important to you by looking at what's in your diamond list and mainly your gold list. Silver and bronze are things you can just put on the back burner. These would be cool if you had them, but they are not essential to you having a fulfilling life. And that's really important to understand. So once you're done with your own tier list, you want to share a screenshot in our community. That'll be really cool. I want you guys to inspire each other with your own vision boards. And then we're going to click this to complete the game, because That's all you need to do on the tier list. I know the other two parts of the vision board were quite dense, but this game and the one after it are really simple and straightforward. So yeah, that's our tier list vision board done. Now we've done the tier list, and then we're going to the ultimate. And again, the ultimate vision board is just a really quick part, because what we're going to do, as you'll see, is take all of this information and all of the things we've done and put it into the ultimate version. So let's unlock the ultimate vision board. We're going to go straight there, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do if we go to learn. So we have OctaCore. We've got all of these different areas of life. And what that taught us is what our goals are for each of those different core areas. We also had our tier list where we ranked all of these things. And what we're going to do in the ultimate vision is combine those two frameworks. So if we go into vision, we're going to see exactly how that looks. And like I showed you right at the start of this, you're going to see basically this part where you have all of your areas of life along here. And you're also going to have the tier list rankings here. And what that's going to show you is that I don't have a diamond vision in persistence, which is to do with like material things and lifestyle. I don't have a diamond achievement in creativity. I don't have a diamond achievement in intelligence. And that is actually important because it shows me where I do have diamond visions, sorry. Remember that these visions are intended to move into achievements, so if I call them achievements, you know why that is. So now I know really what is truly important to me. I want to lose 5 kg. I want to go skydiving. I want to go to a Japan holiday. I want to get a job in tech, and I want to deepen my relationship. Those are the most meaningful things to me in this season of my life. And in the future, I may have more that comes up, but if I want to know the complete clarity of what my vision actually is, the most important part of my vision, this is it. A really cool goal that I've set for you in the game is to have at least one diamond vision for each of these areas of life. But again, that's going to come with life experience. You're not going to have this like completely attuned board. One thing is cool is that because we've done all the games before it, we can see our vision in all these different ways. So if you want to see your whole thing all together in all its glory, you can see it like this. There's even these sections where you can see just the pictures. So you don't need the names for the context. All of the context comes from the pictures, and just seeing the pictures is really inspirational. So that's why you want to spend some time doing that. And again, it's the same with all of the previous views. You can see it in the gallery to separate out all these things. And again, just the pictures, or you can see just your tier list ranking and just with the pictures like this. Just for the demonstration, I'll show you again what it looks like when you have one diamond achievement in each of these areas with the magic of editing again. And boom, that is what it will look like. You will have your most important goals for each area of life organized for your ultimate vision. And that is it for the game. But we're not done yet because we need to finish it in the game itself. But this is really cool. What we're going to do next is prepare for the design games. Because like I said, the whole minigame cycle is vision, design, focus, reflect. So we've done our future goals and the status was bucketed. Now we're going to focus on this year's goals with different statuses. So for example, what this actually looks like is like, if you have a goal to get 100 kg bench press, that's something that I would look forward to. You would turn that into a design of finding a workout plan, because it's really cool. Like, oh, I have this goal of hitting 100 kg bench press. Am I actually going to achieve that? Not unless I design the path towards that goal. So that's what the design mini games are for, and that's what we'll be focusing on next. So just in case, because I know a lot of you will think of visions that you actually want to work on this year. For example, doing something, like I said, losing 5 kg or having some sort of fitness goal. I made this page for you guys so that you have your visions for the future here and you have your goals for this year on this side. And what you can do if you decide that this is not a vision, this is now a design, this is something I want to focus on for this year, you click this button and it will appear here. So you can separate the difference between your visions and designs, because this stuff is really cool, but you don't need to see this constantly in your day-to-day to help you focus on what is most important for this year. You'll see that more in the broader scope of the whole life game design minigame system, but let's finish up and complete the game And now we've done all of the Vision games, and you get an achievement for that, and you can see that you've completed this whole thing. And what game do you play next? Like I said, it's the design games, where we organize and optimize our current life. And that's where we do things like day designs, week designs, and month designs to make sure that we create a path towards our success, not just daydream about it. I have a little surprise for you at the bottom, so I'm going to skip over that. But skipping down, you can see this is the mini game cycle. Like I said, we have vision, now we're going into design, and then it will be focus and reflect. And I will be releasing each of these mini games as a standalone version that you can get absolutely for free. But if you want them all to be within the same package, I'm going to be releasing that on my Gumroad store. And if you play the games, you might get a discount. So go ahead and download it to see what it's like for yourself, test them out, and if you like them, you can upgrade to the LGD Ultra version. You'll see more when you go into there. I can't wait to see what you guys end up doing in terms of designs, and I hope you design yourself a fulfilling day. And definitely, by playing these Vision games, you would have set yourself up for a fulfilling life. Thank you so much for joining me.